In Photoshop 24.5, go to the Gradient tool. Select the gradient type up here and also select a colourful gradient, maybe one with multiple stops, and radial, and apply. You can apply it as big as you want. Next thing to do, create a selection. Now I'm just going to use one of these selection tools, but you can use a number of other selection tools. Elliptical marquee tool. You can't select from this. This is a gradient fill layer. There's no pixels at all, even if you can see it. What you need to do, go to Layer and Smart Objects and Convert to Smart Object. Now use a selection. Now I'm using a feather of about 45. Obviously you can vary it. Just select part of it. You can select any part. I'm just selecting this central part. Edit and copy. And then File and New. I'm just going to create a new document for it. And you can see Clipboard and Create. And just paste that in. So edit and paste, or use a shortcut of course. Once you've done that, you can see now you've got your design. I don't want the background. Now if you just define this as a pattern now, you'll end up with that white background, which is fine. But it will be a different result. So go to the background and you can delete it. Just go down here, just click and delete in the Layers panel. Yes. Now you could leave it as this, but you can also apply filters. So filter, and one of my favourite ones, distort and wave. Set it to 1. You can set it of course to 4, 5, any setting. The default is 5. Personally I prefer 1, and I'm going to show a few examples with different settings. Keep the wavelength and amplitude fairly low, and repeat and sign. Now you can define that as a pattern. So edit, and down here to define pattern. Give it a name and click OK. Now I don't want it anymore, so I'm just going to go on to here, get rid of the selection. Now unfortunately you can't apply a fill to this. It's a gradient layer, it's a smart object, can't do that. So layer and flatten. Or just fill it with white or get rid of it. Edit and fill, and then use the actual pattern you just created. So contents of obviously white there. What you want is pattern. Select the pattern you've actually just created. So that one there. And now script, symmetry fill. There's a number of others, so you can select any of these, but I love symmetry fill. Click OK. And you can see what happens. It doesn't actually go to the script. You need sometimes edit and fill just to make certain this is on. Sometimes it just ignores it. But symmetry fill. Click OK. Now you get the panel. Number 7. Go with number 7. You can go with some of the others, but I think personally 7 is the best one. I wish they would create more of that style, but unfortunately they haven't. That's all they've got. Number 7 and 8 and 9. And you can vary this pattern translation. And you can vary it all along there, and it will create different designs. Some you think, oh, that looks brilliant. I'm going to go with that one. Or maybe that one. Up to you. Just vary it. Just try them out as you go along. You can also set these to different values as well. But I'm keeping them 0. Click OK. And you can see the end result there. But once you've done that, you can also use the wave that you used to create this design in the first place. Filter and wave. You'll be using generation of 1. So wave. Now you notice the central part is very, very small. We can get around that by simply applying it 10, 15 times. And after a while, you will notice that that central part disappears. You don't really notice it. You probably slightly notice it, but it's not as bad as it was. So you can apply wave 10, 15 times. I would love to see a wave or any filter times 20 feature. I don't know why I've never added that. Of course, you can do it by an action, so you don't have to keep doing repeat over and over again. But it would be nice if you could say, like, apply it 50 times with that setting. And you can see the result of that. You get these lovely, and this is the underlying pattern that's used with the wave filter. It'd be great if it could vary it, make some more additions, some randomization, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to have that. But again, a couple more times. Well, once you've done that, you can go to Image and Autotone. And you get that result, I think, which is quite a stunning design. But also what you can do, you can also go over here, Image Adjustments, and maybe use levels as well. But you can start from this, or maybe just go back again all the way back if you want. Maybe go to about this point, just undo it a few times. You can always go to Filter and Distort and Wave, because you don't need to use one. You can use 4, and that creates a far more intense design, more painted design, I think. Using the same settings. You can also randomize, so you can really find a whole range of different designs from that. I love clicking that. I wish all filters would have a randomize feature. Click OK. And you can see the result. It's a lot more sort of painted like. It's very, very rough straight away. So filter, but still after applying more and more times, you can still see a pattern. There's always going to be a pattern there. It will sort of fall into a certain look. And you can see that square look even now. And you can apply that again multiple times, and you can just keep applying it, wave, wave. And at some point you might think, oh, image adjustments and levels, and then just change these settings, just make it like that. Maybe use some vibrance, and there's the end result.